ಅವರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ.
Parmeshwara takes a swing at Nirmala Sitaraman.
Central Minister for
Siddaramaiah slams Defence Minister Nirmala Sitaraman on Twitter, questions her demeanour towards Kodagu District in Charge Minister Sara Mahi.
Central Minister follows the Minister in charge.
Siddaramaiah makes a veiled statement showing interest in becoming Chief Minister again, sends tongues wagging among political circles. SIT intensifies probe in Gauri Lankesh murder case, search on for pistol used to kill Gauri Lankesh, seized pistol sent to FSL in Gujarat. Government hospital in Nelmangla springs a shocker for residents. Hospital infested with mice in all the wards as staff and patients run for their life. Hello and welcome to News 9. I'm Nikhil Vasuki. We begin with some big news that has just come in. Mysuru MP Pratap Simha lashes out at critics of Defence Minister Nirmala Sitaraman. That's the big news coming in. He said, and I quote, "The amount announced by Nirmala Sitaraman was only from the Defence Ministry. The Defence Minister was irked due to a few miscommunications during her visit to Kodagu. Nirmala Sitaraman has assured that she will convince the Prime Minister for more funds to be deployed, and yesterday's issue is unnecessarily blown out of proportion." That is what Pratap Simha has stated in a bid to silence critics of the Defence Minister, stating that this is solely a contribution from the Defence Ministry and not from the central government as a whole. This is Pratap Simha's reported clarification. Pratap Simha was with Nirmala Sitaraman at the time of this press conference as well, and he was also seen guiding her through various parts of Kodagu, given that he also is the MP for Kodagu, Kodagu and Mysuru being a single constituency. And Pratap Simha was seen guiding her through and explaining the issues surrounding the whole district of Kodagu following the heavy rains that ravaged the entire district. Now, yesterday during Nirmala Sitaraman's press conference, there was a lot of differences in protocol and understanding of protocol that had led to severe criticism from the government. And other critics, Pratap Simha has come out in an attempt to silence these critics. Let's listen to what Pratap Simha said.
ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ಸೀತಾರಾಮನ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನೋ ಚರ್ಚೆಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 7 ಕೋಟಿನ 8 ಕೋಟಿನ ಭಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಟ್ರ, ಈ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಕೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಈಗ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೇಗಾಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನೊಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಕಸವನ್ನು ಕೊಚ್ಚೆಯನ್ನು ತೊಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಒಂದು ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅಂಥ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿಯವರು ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಇವತ್ತು ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಕೆಲವು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟಪಡಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಕೆಲವು ಕಾಂಟ್ರವರ್ಸಿ ಈಗೇನು ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ಸೀತಾರಾಮನ್ ಅವರು ಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸತ್ಯಾಸತ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಭಾವನೆ.
Kodagu MP Pratap Simha stating that those who are criticizing Nirmala Sitaraman through social media have nothing but dirt in their minds, a rather scathing criticism at the point of the freedom of speech perhaps being expressed by several critics of the Defence Minister over the amount that was set aside for Kodagu relief. He went on to defend that amount, stating that this is a contribution of the Defence Ministry alone and not the entire central government, and that the Defence Minister herself will be speaking to the Prime Minister for the possibility of them providing more funds for the rehabilitation and rebuilding of the district of Kodagu.
ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ಸೀತಾರಾಮನ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನೋ ಚರ್ಚೆಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 7 ಕೋಟಿನ 8 ಕೋಟಿನ ಭಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಟ್ರ, ಈ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಕೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Meanwhile, one of the persons to which this tirade from Pratap Simha was directed is perhaps to Deputy Chief Minister Dr. G. Parmeshwara, who lashed out at the Defence Minister. He said, and I quote, "Nirmala Sitharaman was elected to Rajya Sabha from the state. Should we be teaching her how to behave? She should have first done the work she was supposed to do and should have taken all the BJP MPs along with her. Was it right for her to lash out at the district in charge minister?" These were the questions asked by the Deputy Chief Minister. Let's listen to what the Deputy Chief Minister said.
ನೋಡಿ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾರೂ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಅವರು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಬೇರೆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ಸೀತಾರಾಮನವರು ಒಬ್ಬ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯುತವಾದಂಥ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಸಚಿವರು, ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಿಂದ ರಾಜ್ಯಸಭೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರೋರು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅವರೇ ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಅವರೇ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ 18 ಜನ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯ ಎಂಪಿಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಂಪಿಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮೇಲೆ ರೇಗಾಡಿದರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? ಅವರು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಅದು ಅವ್ರು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು.
So that was what Parmeshwara said, and as I had mentioned before, the criticisms about the argument about protocol were seen as out of place, given that relief efforts and some relief efforts were of precedence and not arguments on protocol and procedure.
ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಹತ್ರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಅವರೇ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ.
Now, in addition to all of this, Parmeshwara also spoke about the possibility of asking the Prime Minister for additional funds for the relief efforts as well as the rebuilding of the district. Let's listen in.
ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಗೃಹ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾವು ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಕಷ್ಟದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇರಳಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು 500 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ, ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟವರೆಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈಗಲಾದರೂ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರದ್ದು ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Now, former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah lashed out at the centre, stating that he condemned the stepmotherly treatment by the centre in releasing of funds. Now, he did that on Twitter, and this was what he wrote: "I condemn the stepmotherly treatment by the Prime Minister in releasing relief funds. We expected the Prime Minister to assess the loss. Instead, it was delegated to the Defence Minister, who was more interested in dominating the district in charge minister, dominating our state minister. This reflects BJP's apathy towards Karnataka." Well, this is what Siddaramaiah stated in this instance. Now, this of course was followed by the Deputy Chief Minister's reaction, as we had just stated as well. And overall, the aim of all of these statements is also to state that one must look beyond partisan lines and work towards the building of the district together. So this was Siddaramaiah's tweet, where he had stated that the Prime Minister was showing a rather second-hand view of the district of Kodagu, and like he did in Kerala, he should have done an aerial survey and an assessment in Kodagu as well, but that was instead delegated to Nirmala Sitharaman. BJP MLC Tejaswini Gowda joins me on the phone right now. Tejaswini, what we're seeing here is a criticism of the central government, of the Prime Minister, of the Defence Minister by Siddaramaiah. You've seen it on Twitter as well, stating that the Prime Minister should have taken a direct interest first. How do you respond to these charges?
You see, it's very unfortunate. BJP, as a party, we don't like to do politics in such a natural, calamity. When people are suffering. Just early morning, I reached from Madkeri. I visited so many camps, and also our people are doing some relief distribution things also. I met Gopayaji also. Yesterday, I heard when the Honorable Defence Minister came from there, all over. Okay, Defence Minister is representing Government of India, and also she represents the Honorable Prime Minister. Rather than giving her the factual reports and the amount of loss, life loss, property loss, and also households, and immediately what should be done, these people started quarreling on the stage itself. The concerned in-charge minister, there is no proper coordination between the district administration and in-charge minister. It is very unfortunate. Rather than addressing such grievances of their own failures, they were taking up the name of the Prime Minister and criticizing. It's very bad. Do they expect simply government to pump the money without knowing where to send the money, to whom to distribute, what is the amount of loss? So what about the further plans and all? They failed. Totally, they failed. They were doing a lot of petty politics there. They were targeting our MLAs just because in Coorg, people elected BJP MP, BJP MLA and MLC. And from day one, they were doing petty politics. And I heard even they were pressurizing the district collector, the DC also, not to listen to others, okay? In calamity, it is very bad precedent they were going to set. I totally criticize, and it is uncalled for. They must mind their language, and they must show their sincere concern towards the people of the in this need of the hour. How to unitedly work to address their problems.
There is also criticism, Tejaswini, about the Defence Minister more interested in protocol rather than the actual work that needed to be done, the overseeing of relief and the difficulties of the district. That the press conference yesterday was a poor reflection of what should have been done. How do you respond to that?
You see, first of all, let me tell you, I'll make it clear. After Modi ji take over as the Prime Minister of this country, it is the first party, BJP and central government ministers. He strictly directed. Our ministers were not going to take up any facilities, whatever the luxuries, staying in a hotels, luxury hotels, or after the protocol. It is really mistaken. If anybody thinks so, it is mistaken. Yesterday, what happened? I was not there on the spot, but I was in the Sulia, the another part, the border area of the Coorg district. I heard that even media were prevented from covering the main event. Who is responsible for that? Who has to give the media, permission? And who has to coordinate, organize the proper way? It is totally from day one, I'm saying, rather than they were more interested to take political mileage rather than addressing their grievances. We are the last party. Our minister is the last person to, insist on protocol or whatever facilities.
Absolutely. And in this particular instance, there was also a criticism that inadequate surveillance was done before decisions were being taken to deploy funds at all. So how do you respond to that charge that not enough is being assessed? The state government's report was not taken in as well.
Not at all. You see, I will quote your own reports, okay? What is the quote, quote by how Deputy Chief Minister Parameshwarji analyzed it. He quoted some figure. Our Honorable Chief Minister quoted some figure. Within a day or two, how can they assess the loss of the property and the topography is so tough, terrain is so tough, and our people, our cadres, our poor people, civilians, were taken up a lot of life risk to save the life. Our prime motive should be to save the life and livestock, whatever, and to extend the reach. Many villages were abandoned, isolated due to the cut off of the road and all. I myself discussed with Bopaya, our MLA, yesterday night. I met him, and it is not proper. It will take some more time to analyze. That we don't even target the government for that. Let them take our own time, and as soon as possible, our first primary attention should be to rescue the lives. Okay, that's what all of us were doing. We are in their position, right? At the same time, they must trust. They must take the opinion, the report of the honorable elected members. Forget about BJP. Okay, you may not like BJP, I know, but this is not the right time to achieve our political motives when people are in distress. Okay, so from our side, we are acting like a government. We are doing on our own, like a volunteers. We are doing our service, and nobody can criticize us. We are very perfectly doing ourselves. We raised some help, and even you see how Chief Minister can insist when you people raised some funds. Okay, people trusted you people. Why they were not giving to the government? Because they don't trust. They don't trust that proper whatever funds or material will be properly utilized or properly will reach the affected one. That's why people were more overwhelmingly responding to the media call, media appeal. Okay, and how can they take your money? How can they insist organizational money, NGOs money to direct it to the Chief Minister Fund?
Right. Well, points well taken, Tejaswini. I want to thank you for bringing in your perspective as well. That was BJP MLC Tejaswini Gada, of course, debunking a lot of what has been coming out as criticism. Now, Chief Minister Kumaraswamy has written a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi seeking a fund of 2,000 crore rupees to carry out relief operations in Kodagu and to rebuild what was described as the Kashmir of Karnataka. Chief Minister Kumaraswamy announced its decision to seek funds from the centre after chairing the cabinet meeting. The Chief Minister also said that the Chief Minister's Relief Fund has received an amount of 25.16 crore rupees so far. The Chief Minister also announced that the state government employees have donated 102 crore rupees for the Chief Minister's Flood Relief Fund. So here we have a letter that has just come out from the state government to the Prime Minister seeking assistance to the tune of 2,000 crore rupees that would be useful for the rebuilding of the district of Kodagu. Now, search continues to find the remains of 7 deceased persons said to have washed away in the floods. Each of these deceased persons come from Talatmane, Hebbetgeri, Muvatoklu, Hadageri, Udayagiri and Jodupala. They're said to be missing. 11 persons have been found. The remains of 11 deceased persons have been recovered in Kodagu so far. More than 1,700 people have been rescued by emergency services personnel. The Army, NDRF and local police have been deputed to aid with the search operations. Here we have a gargantuan task ahead of the search personnel. There is a lot of digging that they'll have to do as well, considering that certain parts have mud that has flowed in and accumulated to a height of more than 10 feet. And there is a lot of danger lurking in these search operations as well. While the Chief Minister has written a letter to the centre seeking relief funds, Kodagu is slowly limping back to normalcy. But it will take time before the people of Kodagu can rebuild their lives around the rubble. People taking shelter at relief camps are leaving their children behind at the relief camps, visiting their homes once again in order to see how they can build their lives all over again. With Union Minister Nirmala Sitharaman visiting the state yesterday, people have some semblance of hope that their lives of despair will be turned around to happiness after they get their homes back in order. There is a lot to be concerned about. There's a lot to avoid as well, even as far as avoiding waterborne diseases is concerned. The whole area has to be disinfected too, considering there's waste matter, there's human remains, there's animal remains that would have spread out over a large area.
Allahu Akbar.
Scenes like the one that you see on the left of your screen were unfortunately all too common. Entire hill faces sliding down. Resident Kirti Prasad is on the phone with me right now. Kirti Prasad avre, ಈಗ ತಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಗಂಜಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಏನ್ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಈಗ?
ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಮಳೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುಂಟು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಭೂಕುಸಿತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುಂಟು.
ಓಕೆ,
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ವೀಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ತಹಸೀಲ್ದಾರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ಏನ್ ಸರ್?
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏರಿಯಾ ಯಾವ್ದು?
ತಾಕೇರಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಯಾರು
ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಹಂಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ರೋಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಹೋಗಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ತೋಟದ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೋಗುಂಟು, ಕಾಫಿ ತೋಟ ಎಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆದು ಏನ್ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇದೆ? ತೋಟ ಮನೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ?
ಮನೆ ಹತ್ರ ಏನ್ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಗದ್ದೆ ನಮ್ದು ತೋಟ ಗದ್ದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಳಾಗುಂಟು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ
ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕರೆ ತೋಟ ಹಾಳಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
ಸರ್ ನಮ್ದು ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕುಸಿತಾ ಉಂಟು. ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ನು ಮಳೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಒಂದ್ 200 ಎಕರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುವ ಸರ್ ಒಂದೇ ಸರಿ ಮಳೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ್ರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಹೋಗಿರೋದೊಂದು 50 ಎಕರೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಹೋಗಿರೋದು.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ ಕುಟುಂಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರಾ?
ಏನ್ ಸರ್?
ನಿಮ್ ಕುಟುಂಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರಾ? ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರಾ ಅಥವಾ
ಅವತ್ತು 1-2 ದಿನ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ,
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಜೋರ ಆದಾಗ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದುಂಟು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಊರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ.
ಇದು ಗಂಜಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರಾ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನದಿಂದ?
ಗಂಜಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಿರ್ಗುಂದೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಗಂಜಿ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ತೆರೆದಿತ್ತು.
ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ?
ಹಾ, ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಅವರೇ. That was Kirti Prasad, one of the residents. Of course, it's a time of difficulty for several families as they're slowly rebuilding their lives, but it's certainly a gargantuan task ahead, an uphill task, but knowing the resilience of many of the survivors of these floods, they'll certainly tide through. Big news coming in. Repair work underway on the Madikeri-Mangaluru road. Authorities are clearing debris piled up due to the recent landslides. That's the latest coming in. Landslides that have caused a lot of mud cover have been cleared up. Retaining walls are also being rebuilt to avert further accidents. That's the latest that we're seeing right now. Repair work underway on the Madikeri-Mangaluru road. Authorities are clearing debris piled up due to recent landslides. Retaining walls are also being constructed to avert accidents. That's the latest that is just coming in. Workers seen putting their own lives at risk in order to repair the road. Now here are two separate sections of the Mangaluru-Madikeri highway, two different perspectives of the kind of work needed. It's not a singular type of work. There are earth movers that have to dig out a tremendous amount of mud and boulders, and over here the laborers have to rappel down dangerously with not much safety equipment on an almost vertical hill face to get work done. what they're doing here is the placing of sandbags and concrete bags along the side. But it's quite a steep drop. And aside from rain boots, they don't seem to have much safety equipment either. But the work is certainly challenging, and we must commend what they're doing. And here they're walking down, rappelling down the hill face, and it's rather steep as well. All they have is a rope, one of which is a frayed rope. If you can see the gentleman on the left, he's holding onto a frayed rope and then going down with a thinner cable as well. While a retaining wall is being set up, it's not the ideal circumstances to work under, but this is what is happening as well. Lack of safety equipment clearly seen here. Now, these are all the sandbags and cement bags that have been accumulated. There's a lot that has accumulated here. This is a very important road. Madikeri and Mangaluru are connected by this road, and work is now on a war footing. Our correspondent Suraj Suresh is at the spot. He brings us more information about how the work is being carried out on one of the stretches of this very same road. Let's listen into his report.
NEWS9 had earlier shown you the kind of condition the Madikeri-Mangaluru highway was in, but right now we are going to show you the kind of work which has already started in this very area, where a lot of JCBs and the trucks have in fact come in, and they're trying to clear the entire spot. Now they're trying to construct a temporary road to ensure that people can commute on this road like they used to earlier. Now the workers have been working day and night to ensure that the work commences at the earliest and people can start plying. Even though heavy motor vehicles cannot be plying on this road for the very fact that there are possibilities that the road might cave in or the landslides can occur, but light motor vehicles can in fact go. Now you can see the kind of condition the landslides are in. The landslide is still present here. They are trying to clear. There is a caving of road. There is cracks still in this very area. So they're trying to make sure that this entire place is clear at the earliest. Now you can see there are houses which are still in that very spot. The landslide prone zone is still here, but they're trying to clear it by within a few days to make sure that a lot of people are safe and sound. Now this is the road which has been the road for Madikeri to Mangaluru, to Kukke Subramanya, to Dharmasthala and all other places. This is a shortcut in fact for the people to commute on this road. I have with me two of them who are residents of Madikeri town itself, and they have been commuting on this road. Let's just ask in how Kodagu was before, the kind of condition it is in now. So you've seen the kind of condition Kodagu is in, and they have been facing a lot of problems. What do you have to say? Isn't it a little too emotional? Did you expect such thing to happen in Kodagu?
So disheartening, unfortunate. Nobody ever expected this would happen to this place. Coorg used to be called as the Kashmir of Karnataka. Such a beautiful, picturesque place. And brave people are also living here. But unfortunately, I don't know whom has to be blamed for all these things. Let us take the blame, because to maintain the ecology is a great task, which I think we have forgotten. And ultimately this has resulted in this kind of devastation. We have lost so many people from outside, livestock, pets, all those animals, even the residents. Now houses have gone, estates have gone, all paddy fields are filled with slush, and such a alarming and disheartening situation is there. Probably we could have taken care. Some of the roads are okay, but most of the buildings, most of the infrastructures, what actually have been done by the district administration is not done scientifically. The water management is not done properly. That could be the reason. I think the district administration or the government should have taken, because a lot of revenue is coming from this beautiful place. We were living in such a peaceful situation. Now, alarming situation, nobody wants to come to Coorg, and Coorg has become almost like a hell. This used to be the most beautiful and calm destination for tourists to come. A lot of people have come here and enjoyed. Of course, relief materials are being pouring like hell. No, everybody is sending relief materials, but which is not necessary. The important thing, what is required, is rehabilitation of those houses, of those poor people, whatever the community may be. But you have to take each and everybody as a human being, and that has to be taken care. A lot of activities are also going on. I, being a Rotarian, I am also planning to rehabilitate and rebuild some of the houses and accommodate some of those devastated people. That is my aim.
Okay. So I have with me another resident of Madkeri town itself, Nivedita. So you have been commuting on this road. Now, how is the condition before? How is the condition now? And what do you have to say about the road which is there now?
Condition was very beautiful, and it was very easy to commute to Mangalore over this side, and we generally go to Dharmasthala, Subramanya from this road. But now the condition is really bad. We don't know. It's very difficult to even travel over the roads. This road is not possible. It's going to take easily a year and a half to rebuild again. But the next road, whatever we are taking, is going to be a very longest route as well. But it's really unfortunate to see Kodagu being in this condition, which was never expected. I think we as people should have taken precautionary measures earlier itself, especially the deforestation should have been avoided. But fortunately that couldn't happen, but because of which we are already seeing the misfortune in Kodagu. It is very disheartening, and this was never expected in Kodagu. I don't know. It's a very emotional situation currently, even to comment anything over here. It's time for us to stand by people and help them rebuild Kodagu as we people can, whatever we can do, because being from this place is something which we can do as the people, normal people.
Right. So it is in fact an alarming situation, disheartening situation, and it's unfortunate that Kodagu had to face such a plight, or they had to succumb to a lot of landslides and floods in fact. But nonetheless, a lot of work has started. The people, the authorities are taking measures to ensure that the entire place is clear. The Mangaluru-Madkeri highway is being repaired now. A small temporary road is being built. We just hope that this is done at the earliest and people can start commuting on this road and they're safe and sound. With Yuka Deveya, this is Suraj for NEWS9 from Kodagu.
Now, while normalcy is slowly returning to Kodagu, children of the region have started attending schools, but since most of the schools have been converted into relief centers, educational institutions have become a point of interaction between children who are studying in the school and those children who are taking shelter at the relief centers. This scene was witnessed at a school in Suntikoppa. Books were being distributed to little children who were brought into this relief center, which is a school in Suntikoppa, and all involved in a bunch of games played alongside students of the school. The teachers have been merging the children together, at least for now, so that the children who are from other schools are not feeling left out either. So a wonderful effort to bring children together. Musical chairs being played as well. It's a wonderful sight indeed. Well, let's listen to some of the reactions.
ನಮಗಿಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಪಾಠ ಕಲಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಾಲ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ವಿ.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ?
ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ನಾವು ನೀರು ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಬಂದ್ವಿ.
ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ?
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ನೀವಿಲ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ರೇನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ, ಆಟ ಆಡೋದು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ?
ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಗ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರು,
ಆಮೇಲೆ
ಕತೆ ಆಡೋದು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರು.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಗೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ?
ಈಗ ತಿಂಡಿ ತಿಂದು ಆಟ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಯೋಗ
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. ಹೊತ್ತೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಊಟ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಾಲ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
ನಿಮ್ಮ
ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅದೆಂತ ಆಗುಂಟು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗುಂಟು.
ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ,
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಯ್ತು,
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗುಂಟು.
ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದ ಜಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತುಂಟು ಬಿದ್ದೋಯ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಯ್ತಿದೆ. ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಅಂತ ಸಹ ಬೇಜಾರಾಯ್ತಿದೆ. ಆದರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪಾಠ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮನೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೆ, ಜಲ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತೆ.
ನೀರು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಜಲ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು.
ನೀನು ಯಾವ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ?
ಬೈಕೇರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಲೇರಿ.
Now here we have the little children who came from other parts expressing happiness. Let's listen to some reactions from children who are already students of the school.
We are from Madhapur, and even our house is also destroyed over there. We also feel very sad because everyone are in our school, and our school is very great because they are giving shelter over here. Then even we too feel sad because there many schools and colleges have been destroyed. Then
you have your books with you?
Yeah, we have, but many of them are not having. So government have to help them.
We have not faced any calamities, natural calamities, but my friend, she's missing. We can't contact because there is no mobile phones or any facilities to contact them. We are feeling sad. I'm proud to say that our college, our school is providing shelters for the people who have faced destroys and all. I'm really proud.
Just take a look at the visuals on the screen right now. On the left, these are students studying, getting ready to study in the school. On the right, students also at a school, but a school that is a relief camp. With no uniforms because they're all there as a matter of relief. But gaps in their education should not be there, and the teachers of the school are doing their best to bridge that gap and to ensure that there is no falling behind the curriculum. And that's a wrap on this edition of the Bulletin. Up next is a News 9 special where we speak more about the monsoon mayhem. Stay tuned.
It has been a tough few weeks for the people in Madikeri. Torrential rains have left a lot of destruction already. Things are getting back to normal, but the ones who are affected due to the floods still reel under the destruction caused by floods. So today in our monsoon mayhem, we show you how people are still struggling to cope up with the nature's fury. And it's not the humans alone who are affected due to floods. Here are more details. The roads in Mandalpatti, Madikeri is still reeling under the impact of heavy rains in the past few days. The roads are patched up with cement bags and the drivers are driving the vehicle cautiously at minimal speed.
ದನ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ತರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಿ
The devastation in Madikeri has taken a toll on one of the local residents. A middle-aged man was admitted to the hospital, but nature has also taken away his ability to speak and left him paralyzed.
आप आराम से रहिए, खाना खाइए, पानी पीजिए, आराम से रहिए, ठीक है? उठो करो, आप उठ सकते हैं ना? तो आराम से उठो, आराम से। ನೋಡಿ ಅವನು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಯೋಚನೆ ಇದೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ
Localities in Madikeri are facing problems when it comes to travelling to Mangaluru and vice versa. People are requesting permanent bridges on 2 river crossings for them to save travel time. Massive rains have left the Madikeri Palace in shambles. The palace has already suffered due to poor maintenance in recent times. The palace is at risk, with several parts being supported by bamboos and sticks. Families searching for their near and dear ones continued on Friday as well. Photographs of people missing due to floods were released, with families continuing their stretch without any support from the government.
ಕಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಇದೊಂದು ಕಲ್ಲು ಮೆಟ್ಟಿ ಅದೊಂದು ಇದೊಂದು ಕಲ್ಲು ಮೆಟ್ಟಿ ಆ ಕಲ್ಲನ್ನೇ ಮೆಟ್ಟಿ ಬರುವುದು ಕಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಇದೊಂದು ಕಲ್ಲು ಮೆಟ್ಟಿ ಅದೊಂದು ಇದೊಂದು ಕಲ್ಲು ಮೆಟ್ಟಿ ಆ ಕಲ್ಲು
Slowly but surely, normalcy is returning to the people of Kodagu. A free haircut camp was organized by local people, and people across all ages were seen taking the free services. Madikeri district in charge, Sara Mahesh, offered help to 50,000 each to brides whose marriages were stopped because of the floods. The marriages were supposed to take place on August 26th and September 12th. It's not just the people of Kodagu who are reeling under massive floods, but even animals as well. They were left without anyone to take care of them. The NEWS9 team was seen helping and feeding a dog that was left dry and hungry without anybody to take care of them.
Hello,